But my thing right now, what I've got to solve for is this, and this is a troubleshooting video. This driver rear window will roll down but not up. All right, so this is a different video, same day, but different video. We just finished up the Honda Odyssey minivan. So G3 back here came by to help out. He's in a different video that may or may not have been published yet about an engine swap in a Civic that a buddy of mine did. Anyway, if it's there, I'll link it in the description. But he's back, he likes working on cars, and he's sweet on the BMX bike. What are you ranked? Are you nationally ranked right now?
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember, but he's nationally ranked. He and his dad and his mom race a bunch all around the United States, and they're all really good. So anyway, enough of what we're talking about with that. We're here to talk about the Civic, which this is my Civic. Now, this is probably video number 3 on it, maybe. This thing has gotten a full rundown. If you haven't seen, this is a 2005 Civic, 238,000 miles, I think, on it. I did all new suspension. I did so shocks, struts. I did some, what are they? Sway bar end links, front and rear. Put some tires on it. We did oil and stuff like that. And then, but a bunch of stuff under the hood had already been done. Timing belt, water pump. But this car on the inside is mint. We did replace a couple things in here. The steering wheel I replaced because it was just kind of nasty, and the airbag was really sticky, and so I swapped that out from some stuff from the junkyard. I did do some locks. Actually, G3, we went to the junkyard and we did we pulled some door lock actuators and I think a window regulator. But my thing right now, what I've got to solve for is this, and this is a troubleshooting video. This driver rear window will roll down but not up. Riddle me that. So all the other windows go up and down, and we've replaced, let me come back behind you actually over here. We have replaced the window regulator, the window switch. This is the original one that came in the car. I've got that here. We've replaced that. We've also replaced the master switch. If you do any research, it says, well, the master switch, all the signals run through this before they get to the door. So I've replaced this. Now this one is from the junkyard because replacing this didn't work either. So I'm hoping that I can go and return this if I can solve the problem and get me whatever, $9.25 back. So we're gonna figure this thing out. If I come over here, we have, again, this window will go down with the switch here or with the switch in the door, but the window going back up doesn't work. My first thought was relay, but that's not how these work. It's one relay that flips polarity, and so if the window goes down but not back up, it's somewhere in the wiring. So what I need to do is pull the wires out in here. I've got it hardwired. Actually, I have the window disconnected so that my kids can't put it down and then I can't get it back up without taking the door card off. But we're gonna pull these wires and the switch here. We're gonna pull the switch here, run a multimeter back and forth. And I'm gonna start out by checking continuity to all the wires that go into this door. Maybe I can even find which one should be the up wire and just check that here pretty quick. But we gotta check between this door and this door because something along the path seems like it's not working right since all the mechanicals and electronics are doing what they should do. So we'll bring you along for the ride, tell you what we find out after we get the door cards off. All right, so we are at the rear door here. Now, I mentioned just a minute ago for you guys, we replaced all of these lock actuators. So we went into a junkyard, we found a vehicle, I had a battery, and what I did is I cut these 2 wires and I jumped the battery, positive and negative, and if the lock moved, then I'd go the other way, negative and positive, and see if the lock moved the other way. And we ended up getting one for each door because all the doors needed new lock actuators. Apparently that's a common thing. But these wires right here, these are the wires that go to the window. These actually come from the switch these wires here that are tagged on the door, those go to the window motor, the regulator. That's these wires that kind of scoot around. So I have a jumper here, and what I've been doing is, as I test, I put that in there. I can put power and ground to that, and that moves my window up or down. If I connect it to this, that gets me connected to the switch, which then that's how I've tested the front window going up or down, and the back window controls, to be exact, going up or down. And so this takes me connected into everything. What I need to do is test these wires going from here up to the front window. Now I've got the window switch here, and these wires, in theory, and this is where I'm so puzzled by this, in theory, these wires go up to the front window switch and then come back. I think. I could be completely wrong about that. No, I'm not looking at schematics. We're just gonna go off some old ingenuity and a multimeter. So we're gonna test some continuity between wires first, here and the front window switch, master switch. If I take you up here, we've pulled, there we go. You can see the wire. Now you can see it. There is the cables hanging out of the master switch. So what I can do is I can just hook up the other master switch and leave this one alone, or I can hook up to this one, whatever's easiest to get a multimeter and a wire from there back here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pick some wires, go wire to wire, and see what we can figure out.
Day 2.
All right, we're back. The next day, did a little research on some Chat GPT, and what I found, oh, that's right, these doors don't have anything in them. Let's find, there we go, now it's unlocked. What they said is that after 10 years, the wire harness that comes through right here wears out from opening, closing, opening, closing, open and close, wears out. So we're going to pull down my tape and little bits holding this up. We're going to dismantle the wire harness in the car so we can pull it out. It's got a Molex plug here that connects into the car side. So we're just going to pull that out. Let's get to it. All right, so we're going to pull out of the door side next, and then slowly yank it through. And honestly, I don't even have to pull the whole thing out, but it's just easier to get it out. Put it on some light on a table, look at it. I'm gonna open the door. We'll put it on the table for you. All right, so we've got this here. So apparently somewhere in here is probably gonna be an issue. This tape is taped on. One of the things I want to look at, well, let's untape it first. I always want to check the orientation of this rubber piece, like this ribbed part, to the actual pins. But we got to get the tape off first. Somewhere in here. All right, so the tape is mostly off at this point, but you'll see that they start the tape on the actual Molex plug, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to look at is where my pins are in relationship to this actual like plastic piece. So I've got the two things on top, and that's gonna be my relationship. This is coming around at like a C shape. So that's what we'll do. We'll pull the rest of the tape off, or at least most of it, I don't know. That's good enough. Anyway, we're gonna pull this back now off of these wires, kind of shimmy and shake it back. Get it over top of this clip. And we can inspectigate these wires here.
Oh my God!
Hey, there's an issue. That could probably be why it doesn't work. That wire's completely split. So, ChatGPT for the win. Thank you, open source. Not open source, but anyway. Thank you to the internets. I think we're going to find our issue here. I'm going to get this thing off. We'll come back in a second. All right, so this is about as far as I really need to take it. All the issues are right here. Let me zoom in. Let's see. We're going to get you real close. So obviously disconnected wire, that's going to be my issue. But if I can look here, this one is starting to come apart. And I don't know, that one feels all right. That one feels all right. That one's got a break starting in it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the yellow one. I'm going to wrap this brown one. And I'm just going to do some 3M electrical tape around it. And then I'm going to repair this one wire. And what I'm going to do is just kind of place it in the car in a really weird configuration and just see if I can get it to work. So I'm going to do that next, and then we'll show you getting it in the car. All right, y'all, I've got the harness just kind of tossed in here, connected in the door, connected up to the power window. I did put my extra door switch, window switch on here. And we're just going to give it a test here. Put the keys in. All right, we can give this thing a shot. We're going to try it from back here. Now, down worked. And then up worked as well. It's not working right now. Let's think about why it might not be working. Excuse me a second. So it goes down and it goes up from the master switch. About this one. Down and up. It's a little crunchy, a little dirty. Victor. All right, y'all, so this fix actually required no trips to the junkyard, no additional money. It was free. I just had to use ChatGPT to figure out the problem, dismantle the car, pull the harness out, solder some wires. I did have to have about that much wire. There were 2 wires that I fixed. I just cut little sections, soldered it in the middle, taped it all up, slapped it back in, and we are good to go now. So if you've got a 7th gen Civic where your door locks don't work, your windows go up but not down, or down but not up like mine did, there you go. Check the wires in your wire harness going from the door into the car. This is eerily similar to a repair I had to do in my Honda Odyssey minivan. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that up here as well as down in the description, where I had to fix a cable that went from the vehicle to the back sliding door that opened up because it wouldn't slide open automatically. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.